thank you thank you everybody. Welcome from Italy. So thank you to be here today, Francisca. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so we'll
All
carry
you,
on.
Joe.
Thank you. Thank you. Ago, Joe Costello here with you. Hopefully you can see me while you take us down this journey. Listen, honestly, the vital information can be said with your voice. And so we're going to proceed. But at the same time, if you want to try to connect with the link on your iPhone and jump on there, that can be helpful as well. But let's talk about this. HRX, 10 years, you guys have covered a lot of ground in a short time. Tell us about the business and the inception and how you've been able to become so well known so rapidly.
Oh, seems very easy, but was not easy. 10 years were ran very fast. The key was, of course, I born with this passion when I was very young, and I was lucky being a passion of motorsport to have the chance to start to work when I was 25 in this business. So anyway, till 10 years ago, I was doing this job from a different player of the market. I spent that was the most important, as I can say, part of my career experience with Momo. That Momo was very known in the 80s and 90s, and I spent a lot of time with them, 10 years, to manage Momo Corse. That was the racing department. And so I made an experience before, not only as a sailor, but also as a producer. And so being involved in motorsport anyway by myself as also a racing driver, what is happening 10 years ago, I felt the need to have my proper challenge. And I started from zero. And what I can say, it was a very great trip till now. Also because, okay, now maybe
I see that. Here we go.
Yeah, just a second. We changed the computer. Okay.
It's coming online. You're going to want to disconnect that other one or mute it. There.
Aspetta, però non sento lì.
No, you're good. Now you're good.
Okay.
Continue along, Ago. We got you.
Only 1 second, but I change. Otherwise,
No problem. So worth
listen
it.
the voice. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. So, what I can say, I was very fond. I made all this experience in sales and in production. So I arrived to start my own idea, and I needed this idea 10 years ago because I had my thinking, my vision about to develop this business. It was very hard because at that time, 10 years ago, all my friends, also friends, they were telling me, "You are crazy. There are big players in the market." So, but you know, when you think to something, you don't care about anything. You don't do any kind of budget or business plan. And I decided to start it. And I was very lucky because on my road, I found very good people. I have a very good people partner in US, for example, because it's right to speak about US, that are Charles and Isla, that are HRX USA. And we share the same passion for motorsport. That they are very good. They know very well the market, and US for us in this moment is one of our main market, and we grew a lot. So I was very happy. I was very, as I told you, very lucky because I met good people in sales, and also I met or people come back to me when I decided to do this project. People they worked to me before. And so there were expertise on each side of development of our products. And let me say, I want to thank you live, Charles and Isla, because they helped me to, that my dream regarding motorsport in US came true because, you know, as a European, in our dreams, we think about Daytona, we think about Indy 500, we think about Sebring. It's incredible, no? Because I meet also American driver and they come in Italy. They are very pleased and excited to come in Monza, that is the temple of speed. But being European and being Italian, our dream is Daytona are this great American race. And so together in these 10 years, we arrived to compete in these races and to win in these races. Because I would like to remember that last year, we won Indy 500 with Castro Neves, with Michael Shane team. And now it's 2 years in a row that our customer are winning IMSA championship. We are really leading, and I think we are in few years we arrive to be the leader in motorsport in FIA races in US. What I can say, but I hope and I just know very well that my dream is to do in time that the next 10 years, we can speak about the future. The next 10 years, I would like that HRX will be also a real American player. So I will be satisfied when I will go in this oval in the country that are fantastic in US, and I will see our products also in that races. This is our goal for the future, NASCAR and the real US motorsport.
Excellent. Well, you're off to a great start, and I love to hear your passion for what you're doing and the fact that you took a chance on yourself, and it looks like it's going well. I know we lost a couple of moments at the start, so I want to dig into the creative process. Attention to detail is very important. I would love for you to talk a little bit about HRX and the project process and the development of specific designs. You've got multiple, you have to be safe. You have to have the best possible safety equipment. We're not just talking drivers, we're talking chiefs, crews, and mechanics, but the drivers, they want to look good. They want a great design. So there's many elements coming together in motorsports safety equipment nowadays, whereas maybe 20 years ago, I think about Jacques Villeneuve with his baggy suit, like he didn't care, but now they all care. And they must maintain the prime function of keeping the driver safe. So talk a little bit about the development process and how you work with the drivers.
Yes. What I can say that in the last 20 years, the safety is grew a lot, but thanks in general, no, on the cars, on the trucks, and also in the racer gear, especially in the suit. This was thanks to the technology, no? But the technology helped us a lot and also the FIA or SFI to fix a new standard. And every 3 or 4 years, we have a new standard to face. But this is only because every one of us has first as the main point to give safety to the driver. What I can say that the development of a suit is a very tricky job because we have inside a special department, development department, because in certain way, all the suits are similar. No, in certain way, anyway, you must use fireproof material that could be similar one or each other. But when you want to have the best protection, and also, that is very important, the best performance of the suit for the driver, that you have to dedicate a lot of time. You have to, let me say, to work side by side with the material producer, the supplier, and make a lot of tests. Because the suit, as you know, is not only one piece, but is made by different part of material. So it's very important to define the right compound. The right compound means that must give the right safe according to the standard, but in the same time must be breathable, and in the same time must be the best way to give to the driver the best performance. So much more the driver is safe, not only against the problem that we can face, accident or fire, but safe because breathe well, fit well, his performance are perfect. This is very important. There is another point that I would like to say that seems easy, but it's not easy, that the development of the suit is going to different side, not different action. One of the action that maybe the people, the spectator, they don't know is that normally when you make a tailor dress, you go to the tailored dress. You go to the tailor 2-3 times before you receive and fit well. Our job is not only mainly for the safety side, but the other side, as you told, now the way they wear the suit must be perfect, not only with color, must be perfect in the design, in the logos, in the way it fit, and following the fitting that the driver desire. And sometimes we are receiving the sizes. We have a special chart. We have a video tutorial that we give it to our customer. All our possible customer can find on the website. But only receiving this information, we must make a suit, sometimes in very short time, and give to the driver and must fit well. And so this is the difficulties, but because if you compare the work you do with a normal dress and what we do on a special suit like I have in my back, is completely different and is very, very hard.
But it's beautiful and it's doing the job. Let's talk about the future. You've grown a lot. Motorsports is growing a lot. You're in a competitive field. You've come on board in very strongly. But what are your plans for the near future to continue this growth?
Of course, is continue to develop, we continue to make a lot of research on the market to give every time the best performance to our customer. One of our key that we have 100% of production inside, and so we are able to produce a suit that in very short time, also 1 week. And this one key that helps us to grow so much. Another important point that we want to continue to develop and develop much more is to give to everybody the same opportunity. So our customer can buy the same suit that Castroneves won Indy 500. So can have the same safety, but also the same performance. Another important way we are working is that is already available is the website, because it's the connection, the interaction between us and our customer that we are spending a lot of time and money to develop. We have I think one of the best configurator on the market. You can go in our website, choose one suit, choose one design, choose your logos, your colors and your logos, and we can provide the suit. And after you choose everything, the suit go directly in production. After checking, go directly in production. So we continue to, I think the website and the right way to make a configurator will be our future, to have much more interaction with customer, but also to give a easy life to the teams.
Excellent, excellent. Why don't you give that website and that vital information? I don't always like to wait to the very end. I know that there are people coming and going to connect and to see what you have, and exactly what you said, the way to get sized and pick suits. Like, where do you go? Yeah. Give some of that vital information before I ask you the next question.
Yes, we will continue on this way. But there is one thing I missed is the way we spend a lot of time on racetrack. That is not to, is a dedication, but we like. So the interaction with driver teams, mechanics is the way we have developed. We listen a lot of our customer, and always we try to do our best to develop what they need. This is very important. From one side, we have to understand. On one side, we have to listen. And this is one of the key of our group.
Excellent. I'm noticing a lot of change in motorsports, electrics coming in. How does that affect HRX? What do you have to do differently to accommodate some of these new safety challenges that are out there? And how are you contributing technologically with some of these new forces coming in?
We are deeply involved in electric in this moment, because we are a partner of two teams in Extreme. We won the Extreme Championship last weekend with Lobo and X44 teams. We have we are also supplier of Andretti United Extreme E team. Next year, we will enter also in Formula E. We are partner in different championship in Europe of electric cars and different electric kart championship. What I can say, few months ago, a friend of me, a distributor, came to me and said, how you see our future with electrics? Because do they need still the fireproof suit? I say yes. So when I think, okay, most of us hope that normal engine will last a lot in the next future, but of course electric, we have to face electric, not 10 years, 20 years, and it's important to have cars. If we have cars, we will have racing, and if we have racing, we have to protect the people is doing racing. And don't forget that I think at the very beginning, these are for experience we did, the electrics will be still dangerous for the fire. And so I think the protection of the driver will be already still very, very important.
Excellent, excellent. Wondering how you budget your time. How do you handle all of these different multiple challenges? I know that your passion, you wanted to be involved in this, and so that drove you initially. But how do you structure your own time to meet all of these different needs, Ago?
It's not easy, and it's a challenge that came day by day, because at the very beginning, of course, we were few people, and I was thinking how I could manage in the future, no? Because I cannot do everything. But on my road, as I told you, I found very good friends and partners everywhere in the world. There is one key: the people must love motorsport, and this is mandatory. Also, for all the people is working in our company, most of them. I mean, it's not easy not to find everybody that they can give life for motorsport, but most of our employees are living motorsport, are racing. So, okay, they don't have any problem. They are very happy to go to the races, to have interaction with the driver. This is the key. It's a business, but without passion, I think it's very difficult.
I can tell you here in the United States, sometimes the grassroots level motorsport participant doesn't want to necessarily spend big on safety. Like if they have to choose between making their car faster or entering an event versus buying a highest level safety gear, they might make that choice. That's something we're all fighting against. We want people to have the safest possible equipment. What would you say to those folks out there as we try to educate?
Yeah, I can tell you one thing, because this, okay, there are different levels in motorsport. No? There is a pro level where they are always asking the best, no? And this is normal. And there is a level where they don't, let me say, realize that safety is very important. There is one thing that I have to tell you, that the US is the only country where I met a driver that stopped me and told me, thank you to think about my safety. And I was really surprised and astonished. And I think in US, okay, the passion for motorsport is incredible. I like to be in US and stay in US for this in motorsport live. And I think the safe thinking of the driver is much higher than let me say in Europe. And what we do, okay, we stay in the market. So in the market means that there are different level of quality. What is, for example, next step for the next year, we have a very top performance products, and so we are known as a very top level quality brand. We are now introducing new 2 models next year, very similar, not the same, of course, but better if you compare to what you can find in the market at this moment. Try to do to a different possible buyer the best quality according to the money he can spend. We have 2 new suites, we call Veloce and Emozione, that we will introduce from Birmingham January, that I think can be appreciated for this level, but maybe it's not that they don't care. I think there are a lot of drivers that they want to drive, but they don't have the budget, so they have to be careful about every type of cost. So maybe they care, but they cannot afford. And so I think with these two models, we are more close to this, let me say, customer.
Excellent. Agu, why don't you give the website and your contact information for those that are interested out there?
I think I can give you the website in US, that is HRXusa.com. There you can find the contact of Island Charles. I think everyone will find friends and people, they understand the customer needs.
And I have to ask you just for myself, the name HRX, the letters, what do they represent? What do they come from? Did you come up with that? As you know, Italiano, I figured you might come up with a different name instead, HRX. What does it mean?
Oh, there is a meaning, and this is already something interesting. There is a meaning that comes from the fact that I was racing when I was very, very young, and then I stopped for the same reason everybody, no budget, and I was back to race close to over 40. And so I made my racing team that was called Happy Racer. And so the Happy Racer, the meaning was happy to be back to race, but after we were lucky because we were happy to be back to win. And when I decided to set up HRX, I say, okay, HR I don't like, and there are also other companies. There was something missing. And so I decided to put the X because I had a customer in France that was doing Dakar races with Extreme. And so I associated the three letters, and it's working well. There is a meaning, so people like, so I'm happy.
Happy Racer Extreme. I love
Extreme.
it. Thank you, Agu. Great information, and I love the suits, by the way. It's interesting that I can see the people who are wearing your suits when I watch some of these premier events, and I'm excited for you. Congratulations.
We are very close to the next one because already we are working for Daytona. As I told you, we will do also Formula E with Andretti. So for me, it's a great, let me say, a great honor. I hope one day to meet Mario because, you know, I'm Italian. So Mario Andretti for me is, I hope to meet him soon. And Daytona, I cannot tell you now, but you will see that we will be joined with a great American brand. So this makes me very happy.
Great. Very, very happy for you, Agu. And,
thank you.
You can actually watch
you.
Mario. He was on the program last year with Linda Vaughn.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And
Yes.
thank you very much, Agu, for your time today.
Registering on Epartrade is easy. To start, click on the Join for Free button on the homepage. First, search your company to see if it's already in our database. If you see your company on the list, click on it to select it. Then, choose Claim Company if you are one of the decision makers, an owner, marketing person, or main company contact. Or choose Join Company if you are an employee, and press Continue. If you couldn't find your company in our database, select Register a New Company. On the following page, fill out your name, email, phone number, job title, and choose a secure password. If you chose Register a New Company, you'll need to choose your business type. Select Supplier if you're looking to display products or services and connect with buyers. Choose Racing Business if you're looking to source new parts and connect with suppliers. Choose Race Team if you own or are a member of a professional race team. Then, enter your company name. Please provide a website, Facebook page, or LinkedIn if you have one, and choose to either claim or join the company. You can view and agree to our terms of use here. If you'd like to receive our weekly newsletter, choose Accept. Finally, click Register Now and your registration will be submitted for approval. An email will be sent to your inbox. Please confirm your email address and you will be approved shortly. Welcome to Epartrade.